just talk about, I guess, when you first got to the stadium today and just knowing that you know, the presence you're going to have this year.
Well, you know, I have to tell you guys, at 7:30 this morning we weren't playing. At noontime we weren't playing either. I don't know if anybody knew that, but the fire marshal hadn't given us the thumbs up yet, so I kept it from my team, you know, and we were, as a coaching staff, kind of disappointed. But then when we got the thumbs up, it was all go, and there was a lot of energy in the park tonight, you know, and our kids fed off of it. They did really well. Central Connecticut is not as bad as an 8-0 drubbing tonight, but our kids played at a very high level, and my freshmen, Salvador and Medina, coming up in their first 2 rounds, had some quality at bats. And for freshmen in the type of environment we were in tonight, to not to show any type of nerves whatsoever, was pretty special.
And for the alumni that was here, obviously back when you kind of first started coaching here, yeah. People like Shannon Dodge, you know, I know it means a lot to them as well. Can you kind of talk about just being able to?
Well, it's pretty, you know, it's pretty emotional, really, because there was those young girls back in '96, '97, '98, '99. You know, they'd won a lot of championships, and they're really the ones that got this program into national relevance. So to have this type of place now and have the brick and mortar be of relevance now nationwide in recruiting, it's pretty special for that group that really got the ball rolling for USF.
Ken, you ever seen a crowd like this in your time here?
No, I haven't. You know, we played some great games against some great teams, but the energy tonight was phenomenal. You know, and I told the girls before the game, I said, you have an opportunity right now to put a show on and to really put a hook into the mouths of the people that are out there to keep them coming back. And tonight's the night to do it. And you know, they were all class acts, our kids tonight, and they played real hard.
Going into the game, did you see them as loose? Did you see any nerves with them in the group?
You know, they were. I had to bring them down, actually. They were so jacked up, I was afraid that they might burn out in the first or second inning, you know. And I think back to the time that USF football went to Birmingham and played Alabama beginning of the season, and dominated in the first half, and they had just lost the whole game in pregame because they had so much energy, and I was afraid that was going to happen tonight. So I think experience in our coaching staff kind of kept them at a cool position where they could play the whole game and keep everything on an even keel.
Ken, I know you've been waiting this for a long time. Was there a moment you just kind of stopped back and realized that it's here and you're there?
You know, Greg, I'm sitting there when 24 girls are throwing out the first pitch, and I sat on the bench while everybody was out there doing their thing, and I'm looking and I'm going, holy mackerel. You know, it's going to happen. I mean, we're going to throw the first pitch in 5-6 minutes, you know, and sitting back in 1996, 97, and you know, Mr. Griffin, who hired me, was saying, it ain't going to happen, you know, and he was a black and white guy. He said, look, it ain't going to happen. You know, and then Mr. Willard, who got hired in 2004, we're sitting in Tallahassee, he said, it's going to happen. And I was like, you know, skeptical guy, I've been here since 1985 and going, yeah, all right, you know, when it's going to happen, I'll see it as we play. And I'm telling you right there, Greg, it was like, here it is, you know, let's get the first pitch going. And it's an amazing type of deal. But we have to keep it even keel for the rest of the time right now, you know, and we have to have that type of energy in every ball game.
Where does the first ball go?
You know, what was that? What was the guy that had the last game of the World Series of the Red Sox a couple of years ago? Was a secret for a while. That first ball is going into the Hall of Fame, and it'll go in right next to the last ball from the previous field. So you know, it's a pretty special ball. There's no doubt about it. I wish we could cut it into 1,000 pieces. You know, from the people that got the money rolling for these stadiums, to the builders that are out here every day, to the Simmons Group, to Doug Willard and Bill McGillis and everybody that's involved, and go on and on and on. But it's a pretty special ball.